Welcome to Revenge Justice, where every wrong finds its payback.
She says the early 2000s were quieter times. No smartphones. No location sharing. No easy way to check where someone really was. If you wanted to hide something back then, it was easier. At first, nothing felt wrong. Their life was ordinary. 2 young kids. School runs. A part-time job. Weekend errands. The kind of routine that feels too normal to question. Until the kids started talking. Not in a dramatic way. Not like they were reporting a secret. Just casual, everyday chatter at the dinner table. Grandma's house again today. We watched a movie at Grandpa's. It happened once. Then twice. Then again. He smiled when they talked, but something didn't sit right. Because the grandparents lived nearly 90 minutes away. That wasn't a quick visit. That was a full-day trip. And it was happening several times a week. When he asked his wife about it, she laughed softly. Said the kids mixed up days. Said he worried too much. But her answers came too fast. Too practiced. That's when the doubt took root. He didn't argue. He didn't accuse. He just started paying attention. One morning, before she left the house, he glanced at the car's odometer. Later that night, after she came home, he checked again. He told himself he was being ridiculous. Until the numbers kept climbing. Week after week, the extra miles added up to hundreds. Far more than short errands. Far more than trips across town. And still, she said nothing. The house began to feel different after that. Not louder. Not colder. Just, staged. Like he was watching a performance instead of living a life. Then one afternoon, the smallest mistake changed everything. She had been on the family computer. In her rush to leave, she forgot something. A sticky note. A password. Sitting right beside the keyboard. He stared at it for a long time. Then he sat down, and logged in. What he found wasn't a single message. It was a history. Emails stretching back months. Maybe longer. Conversations with an old friend. Jokes. Complaints. And then, details. Meetups. Excuses. Times she said she was running errands or visiting family. She wasn't going to her parents. She was meeting someone else. He didn't confront her. He didn't cry. He printed every email, one by one, in silence. Because suspicion hurts. But proof is colder. Still, he needed more than words on paper. So he called a friend. Someone who knew how to find the truth when people tried to bury it. That call led him to a private investigator named Ron. Ron didn't ask many questions. He just listened, and went to work. Days passed. Then the report came in. Photographs. Timestamps. Locations. A pattern so precise it felt like a schedule. She would drop the kids at her parents' house, drive back toward the city, meet a man for lunch, and then disappear into the same rundown motel for hours. Over and over again. He studied the photos longer than he expected. Not because he didn't believe them. Because part of him still wished they weren't real. But this wasn't just about betrayal. He had grown up in a house where secrets like this exploded. He remembered the shouting. The slammed doors. The years of resentment that followed. He wouldn't let that be his children's story. So he made his decision quietly. A lawyer. Paperwork. Custody plans. No yelling. No dramatic confrontation. Just preparation. Meanwhile, Ron dug deeper into the other man. His name was Bob. Married. 3 kids. A comfortable suburban life. A high-level job, working for his father-in-law's company. On paper, he had everything to lose. And soon, he would. The day his wife was served divorce papers at her workplace, she thought her secret was still safe. She didn't know that, across town, another door was opening. Ron sat down with Bob's wife. He placed the evidence on the table. He didn't say much. He didn't need to. Because once the truth is visible, it speaks for itself. What happened next didn't unfold all at once. It unraveled. Bank accounts emptied. Children taken somewhere safe. A furious father-in-law who realized the man he trusted with both his business and his daughter had betrayed them all. Bob lost his job. Then his house. Then, piece by piece, the life he thought was untouchable. Court records later showed a storm of legal battles. Restraining orders. Police involvement. Family confrontations that spiraled into violence. A man who once snuck through motel back doors was suddenly facing consequences in broad daylight. Eventually, he vanished from public view. No trace online. No professional listings. Nothing. Just a ghost of his own decisions. Back in the quiet house where it all began, the husband focused on only one thing, his children. The divorce was finalized without theatrics. Conversations stayed brief. Practical. About school. Health. Schedules. Nothing more. Years passed. The kids grew up. And the house, once filled with secrets, finally felt still again. He doesn't hate her. He doesn't chase revenge. He just remembers the moment he realized something was wrong. And chose silence, patience, and truth over chaos. Because sometimes the most powerful move is not shouting. It's stepping back. And letting the truth do the damage on its own.